Mr. Yu, you wear so many different amazing hats in all the things you do. I've loved getting to know you and just all the things you've got going on. But today, in this moment, all that aside, tell us in your own words, who is Mr. Yu?
Oof. Try to keep it short. Right now, I'm like I said, I consider myself a jack of all trades and I'm wearing many hats, and I have done a lot of things and fantastic experiences in life, stuff that came out of it. I think right now, primarily, I am a podcaster and content creator. Uh, I'm definitely a ordained minister. I use that in my everyday life. I guess we can throw in coach and father in that because those are important roles for me. That's who I am. I think I can even add author in there. Those things are starting to come back. I was an author a long time ago, and now it's beginning to resurface again. So that's who I am. I'm all of those things, and hopefully, my one thing I love to be is walk into my gift as a professional friend.
We could all use a few more friends, so that's
that,
I like it.
that would be awesome.
All right, are you ready for the completely useless but fun speed round?
Let's go.
All right, these answers have nothing to do with the rest of the show, but it is a lot of fun just to get to see who you are. So whatever comes off the top of your head is fine. Orange juice, pulp, some pulp, no pulp.
No pulp.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Cars that cut in front of me when they can get behind me. It's a problem for me.
I think that one is shared with a lot of people.
Just get behind me. It's not that big a deal. There's space back there. Why do you have to cut in front of me? Made me slam on my brakes. I don't understand. But see,
What
it's a pet peeve. It bothers me.
What is your best playground insult? Go back to the childhood. What's your best playground insult? Go
Wow.
to.
Your mama.
Oh yeah, Gen Xer. Okay, got it. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh, wow. I see that question a lot on Twitter. Never know how to answer it. Superpower. Hmm. I guess this is, I don't really want this, but I guess the right answer is probably, being able to know the immediate future so you can avoid dumb stuff that could potentially happen. But I don't want to know what's going to happen in 5, 10 years. I just want to know what's going to happen at the end of the day so I won't do anything dumb. But, so I guess, being able to foretell the future,
There
which
is
is a horrible superpower, by the way. Just it's not all it's cracked up to be.
there's not a really wrong answer. Although I gotta admit, I
Yeah.
get a little, when people are like invisibility, I get a little suspicious.
Invisible. Why do you want to be invisible?
Right?
What's your
Exactly.
deal?
I get a little suspicious. I'm like, that's a little shady. Just saying.
Yeah. What's your deal?
What is the most important lesson you've learned over your career?
That might take a while. Most important lesson. Uh, I think if I can crystallize it into one thing, I have something to offer to this world. That doesn't sound like it's necessarily profound or anything, but I spent years. I would invest in other people. I would build other people up. I would support other people. I mean, I was just always that person that was seeking validation and acceptance because of some stuff that was happening in my childhood and stuff. Long history with it, even into my adulthood somewhat. I had a lot of healing to do, but I never took time to invest in me. I'm really just starting to do that in the last couple of years. As long as I've been living on the earth, I'm just learning that recently. So I think for me, the most significant, personal, real lesson is that you know what, Yusef has something to offer to this world. He has something of value to give because he didn't think he had anything.
I think that really is profound because I know a lot of adults who struggle with that, like like late life adults who still struggle with that concept that they inherently have value, just
Mm.
because they exist, which is just
Wow.
horribly sad to me.
Yeah, it is sad.
If I was to sit down with your family for dinner, what is that funny, embarrassing story they would tell about you?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Everyone has
Embarrassing.
that story that their wife or their kids tell on them to perfect strangers just to embarrass them.
This one comes to mind. It's I don't know if it's embarrassing, but it felt kind of funny in the moment. This was when my wife and I had we knew each other for 3 months before we got married, and we got married after 3 months. We just knew it was the real deal, and next year be year 30. So I guess it did pan out. But my daughters and I was kind of getting to know each other. So this was my first time going anywhere with them, and their mother wasn't there. So I was going to get a haircut at the local barbershop. And I had my truck then, and the truck had the cab with the cover over it that you can zip up. And I left them in the car because they didn't want to go and sit in the barbershop. There was really no point in all three of them sitting in the barbershop. So they wanted to sit in the truck and wait for me to get my hair cut, and they were going to go out and have lunch. Well, I come back out of the barbershop, and they're not inside the truck. Now, you got to understand, newly married, we're building trust here. And I come back out and I had to call their mother and say, I lost the children. You know, this is not going to go over well. I mean, we love each other, so I don't think that there's going to be a problem beyond the obvious one that I can't find the children. So I'm sitting here like I'm talking to the Lord out loud at this point, not under my breath, like, Lord, I can't go to jail. So I need you to help me find out what happened to these children. I don't think they got kidnapped. I wasn't thinking that, but they're not here. I don't know what's in their minds. Did they go run off somewhere? Did they think it was cute? Or just an escape plan the entire time? Were they trying to get somewhere and using me as a Trojan horse? I don't know what was happening. So I was really concerned. And I was just standing back behind the truck just praying, like, God, what happened? I was getting nervous. I was like, I can't go to jail. Not in this state, period, but I really can't go to jail. And I can just hear somebody giggling. I'm like, so I listened again. I can hear somebody giggling out of the back of the truck. I pull a hatch up. They back there all in their huddle laughing and giggling. They thought it was so funny to hide. So they've been known in years past to tell that story. It don't make you feel good. You're like, you know what? I almost went to jail because I had some children that I obviously didn't do a good job of taking care of, and they lost. I lost 3 kids. So they thought it was funny. I can laugh at it now, but in the moment, I'm like, girls, I'm gonna choke y'all for real. So that was one of the little funny stories they love to tell.
I love it. What purchase of $100 or less have you made in the last year that's had the most significant impact on your life?
$100 or less,
Mm-hmm.
most significant purchase for $100. Hmm. A holster for my gun.
That's fair.
it's it's only significant because I have like so many of them. If you know anything about that world, you never seem to find the one. It doesn't seem to exist. It's an endless journey trying to find the right one that feels good, that fits well, that is manageable and malleable. It's really hard to find. So I think it's significant because every time I look at this uh this glut of holsters, I'm like, what are we doing here? What's happening here? How much money did I put into this? And I can't even use some of it. I'm like, what are we doing? So it's significant because I'm learning that, you know what? I'm giving up on the fact that there's actually a host that's going to actually work for me. I don't even believe it anymore. I see the videos on Instagram. I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying it. It could be the one, but I'm so skeptical now. It's like, I don't believe it. I'm just living with the ones that I have. I don't believe that there's the one that's going to be exactly what I want it to be. So that's why it's significant. But that's the only reason why it is. No other reason.
People who don't carry guns don't understand this is like a legit issue for gun owners.
It's really hard to explain to somebody who doesn't it's really hard for them to get.
Well, yeah,
You know?
you've got the concealed carry holsters, you got the open carry holsters, you got the range holsters, right? You got the I gotta wear this all day holsters. I
It just goes on, man.
I got like probably a dozen just for one piece. And that's just for one of them, depending on why I'm wearing it, where I'm wearing it, how long I'm wearing it.
Man, mines are basically doubling all those different scenarios you name. Mines are just doubling for that. I mean, my CCW is the same thing as the range. I'm not going to buy anything separate. I'm not doing it anymore. So it's just too much happening. So my CCW is the same thing as the range. It's the same thing as everything else. It's like I'm not doing that. This is a nonstop. I mean, women might understand it a little bit with their purses and stuff. That's probably the closest comparison you can find.
It really is.
But anybody who doesn't understand it, there's no other way to explain this. It just goes on and on forever. It's like, man, that's the one thing they're gonna. I'm pretty sure they're spending the most of their money on. It's not even ammo. It's not even the pistol itself. It's the holster. It's like what's going on? Why are we here with this? We, it's the market's so oversaturated. It's like it's just constant. I have to ignore the video. I'm like, I don't even trust you anymore. As soon as I get it, it's different. And don't go through something like a Temu or Amazon. I don't know what you're gonna get.
The
It's just
ever was a
don't
Galco.
do it.
I had a Galco for one of mine. They're
Oh,
fitted.
what?
I guess it's made by a company called Galco, and they are
Never heard of it.
and you have to order the very specific model and size you have because the leather is already molded around that kind of gun frame. But it is
Is that a good thing?
they carry equally weight distributed, super comfortable. Okay, guys, we're going way off track here, but seriously, like I love
I
that.
want to try, but I want to try, but I don't want to buy it. And I don't sit here rhyming like Don King, but I want to try, but I don't want to buy
It,
it. So that's where I'm at right now.
that's like $170 holster or so.
Yeah, okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
On with the discussion. What's you have a musical background. What is the worst song ever?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I was in the industry for a while in the '90s for a short stint, so I was around some bad R&B and hip hop song. But I think the one I think is the worst that when I hear it, my cringe level goes up to 10. I don't remember the guy's name, but I no offense, but I think and he was Asian, and he had this song. It became a pop sensation. I don't remember the name of the song. I can just see it in my head. Maybe you remember it, but he, I know it. Yeah, Gangnam Style.
Yes. I
You
know.
remember this?
I remember this.
When I hear this, my cringe level it goes up to 10. I'm like, my God, for a couple reasons. One, you got big off of this. This made you relevant. This. And we got guys ahead. I was up there grinding in these streets, hustling, doing club dates and all kind of stuff, writing songs, staying up late, no sleep, trying to get a record deal, and you made it with this. I'm blown away. I mean, these people who come after that, we can say, you know what, their talent is pretty limited. But that's the one when I hear it, I'm like, God, you kidding me? I'm writing songs that I think are really good, strong, and can't get the kind of play that this song got. I don't understand. That's why I know I didn't understand the industry at all. That's when I realized that it probably wasn't for me. But Gangnam Style is probably my best answer.
Batman or Superman?
I love this.
This is a telling
Just
question.
watched a little bit of Justice League last night. I don't know how you don't pick Superman. I don't know how. Now, if you rephrase the question, I can make Batman the answer if you ask a different question. But if it's just Batman versus Superman, straight up,
No, Batman or Superman. Are you a Batman guy or a Superman guy?
I'm a Batman guy for a couple of reasons. One, because it was more relatable to me. I thought about, doing important things and not having the superpowers that Superman had or somebody else had, but doing it in different ways with stealth and ingenuity and invention and creativity. That's why I give Batman his props. He don't have superpowers, but he had other means to get the job done. And it was located in a city that was kind of like New York City, so I was able to relate to that. I don't know anything about Krypton, so
All the best superheroes are bored rich guys. It's all through the comic books, they are.
Iron Man. Yep, it goes on and on. There you go.
Mr. Yu, what do you do for a living, actually?
my entire life, every day is generally spent trying to build on multiple opportunities for streams of income. So right now, I guess I'm considered unemployed slash retired slash step away from being a bum. I mean, that's kind of where things are right now. I spend every day essentially interviewing people and trying to build our podcast brand. That's what I do every day for the most part, and build a nonprofit that we have just started about 3 months ago. Save the Children SC. It's a nonprofit that we started for children's advocacy to teach life skills and literacy to children in our community who are suffering with that, who are being failed by the educational system and by families too. So that's what I do every day. If it's not podcast, I'm trying to build a nonprofit. Everything else that's going on outside of that is just opportunities that are developing and growing. But those are the two things I'm doing every single day. That's my living, for lack of a better word.
I like it. Why do you cringe at being called a coach or a mentor?
I mean, look around, dude. Everybody, I don't care if it's in a podcast community like the ones that we're in, and I'll talk about it, man, just to be real, man. I see it in so many places. Social media, especially, it's a glut of that out there. Everybody that has a story or has something that they think is significant in their lives, they automatically dub themselves. I knight myself coach. I knight myself mentor. And it's like, that means something to me more than that, because I went through classes and courses and got trained and certified to do that, to have that title. I thought that's what I'm supposed to do. These guys out here doing it themselves. I mean, talking about being an ordained minister, people going on here online and getting it in within seconds. Paper that says they're a minister and they can go marry somebody. I'm out here taking classes and courses for years to be able to have the distinction of being called a minister. I'm like, so I'm cringing when I see somebody who's a coach and a mentor, not because they're not, it's just because I'm skeptical. Okay, I'm like, okay, everybody does this, and they call themselves. I mean, I interview people who call themselves coaches, and I ask them, say, why do you think you're qualified to? I ask those questions on air because even though my certifications probably have lapsed by now, I got a lot of years of experience in doing this. And I'm like, I don't take it lightly. So now the market is so saturated, oversaturated, if you will, with coaches and mentors and people who are put themselves in the spot where they counsel people about their lives and life stuff. And I don't know what kind of good if they do a good job or not. I'm not speaking to that. I have no commentary there. But I cringe because now I'm like, when people know me as that, and they do throughout history know me as a mentor and a coach, I almost don't want to be associated. I want a different title, something that makes me distinct from everybody else, because there's so much of it out there, and they're not really doing a good job. So I want to try to get away. I want to separate myself from them by having a different name, something get me out of this circle, because I don't like what's happening. So that's why I cringe, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense entirely. I trust me. I was interviewing. I don't in all the years now 370 some odd episodes um, of just this show.
Congrats, brother. That's awesome.
I have only had about 3 interviews I didn't air that I recorded, and one of them was this like 20-year-old life coach, and he was like 20 or 21, and like I just talking to him,
No.
like, bro, you don't even have enough life to coach anybody on what who are you how 30-year-olds what to they should do with their life. You don't even know what you're doing with your life." He's like, "Well, I'm married." I said, "For what?" "Well, we got married about a year ago." I was like, "Oh," my head just hurt. Like
How did he even get to the pre-interview? That's my question for you. How do you get that? How do you get this far in the process where you actually had an interview? How did that happen?
he looked good on
What
paper.
made you decide to do that?
I don't do pre-interviews. He looked good on paper. Like I looked at some of the things he had to say, and it was early in my podcasting journey where I was like still getting used to having interviews. I started as a solo show and didn't start doing interviews until late in my second season, I think. And so it was
Hmm.
like I was still just kind of taking anybody who wanted to talk to me, and yeah, that one
Ooh,
we
you
got
got past it.
a debate at one point where I finally like pulled up a dictionary and showed him the definition of a word. It's like, you're saying this, but you don't get to change the definition of a word. Like it was so
That interview sounded amazing. You
so
might want to share it. That might be amazing. You might get licensed shit like you wouldn't believe.
that one is buried. What is
You
one
might need to get a shovel.
what yeah. What is one thing everybody should know about you before we dig into purpose for men today?
What should they know about me? How do I say this without sounding self-aggrandizing? I don't know how to word. I don't know how to word this. It's going to sound pompous as all get out, but it's not. I think what people should know is that, I mean, people describe themselves this way, and they label themselves as straight shooters and say, "I'm honest. I don't fluff and all that kind of stuff." And they just harsh and crude and rude and arrogant, and they just talk to people any way they want because for the sake of being real, But I'm just me. I don't try to lie to folks, that I don't try to get them to do things I want them to do. I mean, I'm not gonna sit and say I'm the last honest man. I'm not gonna do all of that. But I'm pretty honest about where I am. I don't lie to folks. I don't say I'm gonna do this for you and then I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? When I had you on the show, I told you when you came on the show, I said the goal of the show is not to boost my numbers. I'm a different podcaster. Those things are gonna happen. In my mind, they have to happen through consistent progress and consistency. It has to happen. So I'm not worried about that. I don't need you to help me with that part. Which, if you want to support me, that's great. That's what I said. What my goal here with this show and having you on is to support you and boost your profile. I told you that from the very beginning, so we had in the pre-interview. And I said that after the show was done, I'm gonna be promoting your show, the episode perpetually. And I said that, and I've been doing it. I've been promoting your show every time I get on my computer and I see the episode. I'm still pushing. I'm still sharing. I'm still pushing it. I'm still adding new captions. I'm saying, check the show out. Check out my guy. You'll love to hear what he has to say. And I've been doing that, and that was months ago. So I think, to answer your question, I hate the word honest because I don't know another way to use. Find a different word. I'm just authentic about this. If I say I'm going to help you, I'm going to serve you, it's going to happen. I'm not going to forget about it. I'm not going to get so big that I forget where I came. It's not happening. I'm saying I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. But I write it down. I got it on index cards. It's in my calendar. I'm not going to forget. And I really care about the people I'm trying to help. And people don't get that. They think it's a motive and an angle, or he wants likes. I'm not trying to get any. I'm an introvert. I shouldn't even be doing this anyway. I shouldn't be on any TV screen or laptop screen. I shouldn't even be doing this. I want to get away from I don't want to be in the light, so to speak. I don't want it. But there's a purpose that's greater than me, and that's why I'm doing this. So maybe did I answer the question? Because I don't even know if I did. I'm just babbling at this point. I have no idea what I was talking about. But that's what I want you to know.
Straight from the heart, man. We're good.